What's good, y'all? I'm gonna try this shit again, man. Earlier today, I was trying to record this video for Lil Bibby Mixtape. Free Crack 2 was dropped the 29th, hosted by DJ Drama. Um, Part 1 dropped last year on the 29th, hosted by DJ Scream, of course, you know what I mean. This mixtape took a long fucking time to drop, man. I think we all seen a lot of delays. Everybody was on Twitter getting at him like, yo, where the mixtape? Drama even had to tweet that he been gave Bibby back the mixtape, talking that shit 2 weeks prior. Definitely, kind of was a letdown as the build up for it was supposed to drop, and then it just took hella long. But anyway, let's get into it, man. This mixtape got 15 tracks standard, but then you got 3 bonus tracks, so I'm not gonna count that on the review as songs, period, because they wasn't all that. It could have, left without it. But basically, features, you got Wiz Khalifa, Juicy J, Lil Herb, T.I., Kevin Gates, and that's basically it. The first track is the Birdman intro, got Birdman talking. An excerpt is not new, you could tell it's kind of old and dated. You got Juvenile in there too, so it kind of opened the mixtape up in a good way. You got Drama talking that shit, and it's like, man, what more could you expect? The build up for it was crazy. Then it get into Can I Have Your Attention, where it got Drama yet again going crazy, talking that shit, how you talk it, you know what I mean, and how they do the run back real quick, or the, Gangsta Grizzle and running back, you dig? That shit was dope. That beat was hard. It got him using a new flow, which I think is very brilliant of him to switch it up, because it doesn't sound like the type of drill music that, King Louis do, Lil Durk now, preferably King Louis. So I thought that was dope to switch it up. It kind of got that trap feel too. Moving on to For the Low Part 2 featuring Wiz Khalifa and Juicy J. Another track where he using a new flow, to see him branch out and work with artists like Wiz Khalifa, who is a stoner rapper, talks nothing about street shit, just talks about weed. I thought that was crazy. Juicy J added the extra element to it, so that worked very well. Then you got the Game Over track featuring Lil Herb, which he leaked a couple weeks back. I didn't want to listen to it. I wanted to wait. Definitely love that beat. The hook is crazy. Kind of got that. I don't even think it got a hook if I remember straight. It kind of got that back and forth feel to it. You could definitely tell Lil Herb was sipping that lean, because it kind of showed that in the end. As far as his flow and the lyrics, he was putting words together still fairly good, but still Bibby killed him on that. Then it gets into the Paid in Full skits. The first one is I Love the Hustle, with Mitch. It was cool. Then it go into Dead or in Prison, which is another great record, to where the point is like, okay, if I wasn't rapping, I would be dead or I would be in prison. I mean, that is the type of shit that comes with the street shit. And I think that's kind of a different notion for him in a lane, far as him rapping about certain things. And I guess it fits the mold, but at the end of the day, what can you do? Moving on to number 7, Montana featuring Juicy J. Wasn't feeling it. Number 8, Can I Get? I love that hook on that song, man. That beat was dope as fuck. Like, that shit fire. Like, that had him using a whole different element from his perspective of how he wanted to rap and how he wanted to say certain shit. So I definitely love that. Number 9, skit, Ace and Lulu. Y'all remember that skit. Go watch the movie if you ain't seen it. Number 10, Boy featuring T.I. It had T.I. Reminiscent of back in the day when he released trap music. I thought that shit was crazy. T.I. was doing his thing on there. He killed that shit. Definitely outshined Lil Bibby by far. And definitely a good record. I Be On It. On this record, he sound like Drake. And I thought I was bugging, so I let my girl listen to it. She said the same shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, he does sound like Drake. So to me, that song is very Drake influenced. What You Live For, y'all seen my review on that song way back when it was on the Freshman mixtape. Go check it out if you haven't. 13, Ace, Rico, and Calvin skit, another Paid in Full skit. Number 14, We Are Strong featuring Kevin Gates. That shit dope as fuck. That beat, that sample, Kevin Gates did his thing. It ended the mixtape off at a great way, but then it get into the last track, Tomorrow. Nigga, he used a fucking Annie sample. That shit dope next to when Hove did the whole Annie sample years ago. So that shit is crazy. Tomorrow is a great way to end the mixtape. I fuck with that record, you know what I mean? This whole mixtape is fire if you just count the regular standard songs, but then if you add the bonus tracks, the Water remix featuring Jadakiss, Anthony Hamilton, that shit cool. Hispanic, I didn't fuck with that, and We Made It, I ain't fuck with that. So as a whole, it's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna count the 15 records. But if you wanted to add all of them, 18. Only records I really didn't fuck with really is you know, number 5. Not number 5, but the joint with number 7. You know, the skits was cool. So just say out of 18, I fuck with like 17 of them. But even though skits, you could take them out. So y'all do what y'all do with that. But I say, you know, 15 records I fuck with. You know what I mean? I give it a rating, 8.5 out of 10. Production is at least an 8 out of 10. Definitely a good look for Lil Bibby. I'm definitely looking forward to Free Crack 3. He gotta drop that shit at least next year, on the 29th if it's a Friday. But definitely, I think he ain't really ready for an album just yet. Maybe an independent project, but I think he's still, you know, in the lines of taking too long to release mixtapes. So he need more work out there. So probably like an EP or 2, and then another mixtape, and then an album tour. I think everybody really know him, but this project was straight, man. Y'all niggas let me know what y'all think about it. I'm out of here. 1.